Hi guys. Okay, I want to talk about scatting because it's one of my favorite things ever to do. And even if you're not a jazz musician or you don't want to scat for any humans ever, it's actually quite therapeutic. We can go on and on about the nervous system and how the vagus nerve helps regulate it, and singing stimulates the vagus nerve. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go into it, mostly because I don't know that much more about it. But singing is very therapeutic for the body, and improvisation is right in there with it. Just letting yourself be creative and giving yourself the space to not judge yourself and just do whatever you want. And it's quite satisfying when it feels good too. So I wanted to just go over, like, where do you even start? So first place you start, like I said before in my genres pod, is listening. Listening to the greats. Who are the greats, you may ask? My favorites: Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Chet Baker. He's a trumpet player and a singer. So his scatting sounds very instrumental and his instrumental sounds very vocal. So I love it. So those are just to name a few. And just listen to them. Listen to them over and over. And commit to the bit is what I'll say. So with a lot of these genres too, in general, I mean, I'm talking about jazz here, but in any genre, committing to the bit is like how you get from it being okay to it being nuanced. Because a lot of times, especially if it's new to you, you feel uncomfortable with like mimicking the very, very, very small nuanced things that the singer does. But once you get over that fear and you just do it and make it your own and copy, that's where the magic happens. So I want you to be thinking about like how they flip into their registers, or how they use vibrato, or when they open up the vowel, or like things like that. So once you've done all of that, the next step is to just try it. Just try it. The worst that happens is you're not in the chord, and it's like, ooh, you're not in the chord. No one's gonna come and like murder you because you did that. So take all your fear away, especially if you're by yourself. This is just something you do by yourself, okay? So I kind of wanted to do it together. I have no idea if this is gonna work with the microphone. So we'll see. If it cuts to no music, then you know it didn't work. But okay, I love the app iReal Pro. It is, if you've ever heard of a fake book is a huge anthology of songs that only have like basically lead sheets, where it only has the vocal line or the melody line and the chords. So there's a brand called The Real Book, play on words, with jazz standards in it. And they made an app where they have just hundreds, thousands of songs. And they have all the chord changes. You can change the tempo, the time signature, the feel, the mix, which instruments are in the mix, the key, everything. You can change everything about it. So what I like to do, and what you should do if you're a beginner, is start with a blues, because blues chord progressions are very simple. It's only 3 chords. So it's easy to hear and to latch onto. So what we're going to do is we're going to scat a blues together. First, I'm going to scat, and I'm going to be vulnerable here. This may not be that good. I haven't scat in a long time. This was a very impromptu thing. But I'm going to play the 12-bar blues first. No one's singing. We're just listening to it. Then I'm going to scat the whole 12-bar blues. Then I'm going to scat 4 bars, and then I'm going to leave it blank for you to try it. And then we're going to keep doing that, okay? And I'll give you advice as it comes. So first, let's just listen and see how simple it is and how little the chords actually change here. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. So we're actually going to change the feel here. Let's go. Oh my God, I hated that. Let's do ballad swing. This is going to be better, okay? Oh, that's too slow. You see, this is amazing. I love this app. We're going to do it at 100 beats per minute. I feel like that's nice and in the middle. We're also going to do it in G because I love G. Okay, let's see. First chord change. Second chord change. Third chord change. Okay, I'm going in. Okay, now we're gonna trade. Your turn. And back to me. Okay, let's stop there for a second. So fun. So now we're not going to do it again, but I'm going to give you some advice and then you can just rewind and try it again. But my biggest piece of advice is to copy. Trading when you're improvising is such a huge help in learning how to do it. So, for example, I sang some sort of line. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like something like that. And now what you could do is you could copy it exactly. You can copy it and add your own, or you can do something like maybe you start with the same note and then you do something completely different. And it's more of a conversation, and that's a great way to take the pressure off yourself. So again, if I went maybe you go and then maybe I go and then maybe you go and then maybe I go. You see what I mean? And now you're trading ideas, and it's smaller ideas. It doesn't have to be this huge thing. The other thing, a lot of times when we listen to jazz and we'll hear like a saxophone solo, it goes off the walls and it's like, and it just goes crazy, right? And while this is impressive, it's not always the best way to improvise. Actually using space and using silence is also really helpful. So again, going back to the same example, if I'm going, so I did two things there. I left space and I also held notes out. Not everything has to be fast. So now that you have those tips, I want you to rewind and try trading with me again and see what happens. Now, obviously, in a perfect world, we'd be trading live. That way, when I came back in the second time, I'd maybe copy what you did and we'd have a conversation. Obviously, we can't do that here. So I just want you to focus on copying what I do and then making it your own. Okay, I hope this helped. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to it. And we can keep talking about it, especially if you're interested and you like it. So let me know if you are. That way, if you are, I will make more episodes about this. So give it 5 stars, leave a comment, share it with your friends. And happy scatting, friends. Boopity boo boo boos. Bye.